Hello, I'm Micker410, and welcome to my channel, where I focus on 3-inch revolvers and firearms chambered in the 410 bore shot shell. Let's check out today's video.
You know how it's going to start yet?
Yeah. Well, it always starts with, thanks for tuning in, everybody. In today's video, we're covering Kimmy's third trip to the range. That's right. And today, she's going to be shooting 380 ACP and 9mm out of revolvers, and her first experience with a semi-auto, auto-loading, magazine-fed handgun. So, today we're doing the Charter Arms Pit Bull and 380 ACP, which does not need moon clips. They have their own system for loading 380 ACP ammunition in there securely. So that's interesting. It's a fascinating little revolver. We're going to get Kimmy's opinion on how it feels to shoot it and how it feels to load it, because it does have a proprietary loading system that involves a little spring-loaded wedge that holds the 380 ACP bullets in there and allows them to be ejected nicely as well. 380 ACP has about the same level of power as 32 H&R Magnum, which is why we've moved to that next after Kimmy's last video where she got to shoot that for the first time. And 32 ACP, or not 32 ACP, 380 ACP makes an excellent trainer round for 32 H&R Magnum if you have a revolver in both. That gives you the ability to kind of practice without spending quite as much money and not dropping down to 32 Smith & Wesson long. So it's just another option, sort of like how some people use 22 and semi-autos to train for heavier calibers and semi-autos. Anyway, all of that said, she will also be shooting the Taurus 905. This is a Lipsy's exclusive, which is why it has the 3-inch barrel instead of the standard 2-inch barrel. She has shot several revolvers that are very similar to this one, but this is the first time she's shot one that requires moon clips. Now this is chambered in 9mm, the 905, so it'll be using moon clips. And while you can't get these moon clips from Taurus, TK Custom was nice enough to make some 380 ACP moon clips, and she will use these as well with the Taurus 905. In one of my first videos, I compared 380 ACP out of these two revolvers, and now Kimmy will kind of do the same as well. And then over here for her first semi-auto, and it is empty, is a Ruger Security 380. I don't have a lot of semi-autos, so this will probably be the only one that shows up in this series for Kimmy to explore. And we're doing that at this time so that she can have this experience and have it at the same time that she's shooting 380 and 9mm out of revolvers. I've explained to Kimmy that these are the two most common calibers out there that are not 22 long rifle in the handgun realm, and that if she was to pick a firearm that was going to be easy to buy ammunition for just by going to her local sporting goods store, it would probably be one of these two. And that's why I wanted her to have this experience. So we've kind of covered how all of these things work off camera. We've covered moon clips. We had her load these. We covered the magazine. We've got it loaded to 10. We're not going to go through all of that in this video just because it takes a while. But we will have Kimmy now kind of hold the firearms and go through their motions and let you guys know what her preliminary feelings are on them. And that's why we've got the unloaded magazine here, so that she can rack the slide and all of that jazz without loading a bullet into the 380 Ruger Security 380.
Which one should I start with?
You know, why don't you just start with the revolvers, and then we'll focus on the semi-auto at the end.
All right, so our little pit bull over here. So this one is only 380, or do I do both the 380 and the 9mm?
No, this one is only 380.
Okay.
9mm is too long to fit in there, so you could slide them in, but they would stick out and the cylinder wouldn't shut.
Okay. So the cylinder is really easy to open. I see the little doohickey things that keep the bullets in place, so that's kind of cool. And pulling the hammer back is pretty simple. That seems really stable, so it'll be interesting to try this out.
Okay. And at this point, you're getting pretty comfortable and familiar with revolvers, I would think.
Yeah, I think so. It's kind of interesting, like the handle part is pretty short, so you have like a little spot where your pinky wraps up, which I kind of like.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It seems like it fits my hand well, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, after a certain point, revolvers are revolvers. So, you know, as you get more experience with them, you'll notice differences more, but also be a little bit more like this is a standard revolver. So what I'm going to be curious about is how you feel this grip compares to this grip with the BK grip extension there, and the standard more relaxed boot grip.
This one feels maybe a little bit heavier. No, maybe not. I'm not sure.
That one is heavier. That one is like 22 ounces. This one's like 18.
Okay. So pretty easy to open. There's not the little wedges in here, so that's why we have to use the moon clip.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't have a spot to put my pinky, which is kind of weird. I'm sure that I'm going to want to use two hands with these and not one hand. And as far as the sight, there's no hammer to pull back.
Yep, that's a bobbed hammer.
So it's a little bit, I think, harder to pull the trigger. That might impact my aim, I'm guessing. So.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so the double action trigger on this one might be a little bit heavier in poundage. I said that's a bobbed hammer. I mean, I guess technically it's a spurless hammer in that it came from the factory without a hammer spur on it, as opposed to me grinding it off. Is
that something people do?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, it's so,
interesting.
like if you have this in your pocket and you try to pull it out, there's a chance that'll snag.
Okay.
And so if people wanted to carry it, they would just grind that down and make it smoother, so there's less snagging.
All right.
So, and then Kimmy can't quite tell, and you guys can't quite tell, but this guy's got a night sight on it. So it's got a tritium front sight. This will glow in the dark.
Okay.
So, and that came with it from the factory. Just sort of a thing that Taurus is doing with some of their 3-inch models now.
All right, now it's this guy's turn?
Yep, that's the Ruger Security 380.
Okay, and if I remember correctly, I have to put this in first?
Yeah. Yep, that click lets you know it's good.
And then I pull this. Oh boy. You guys are going to laugh at me on this one.
Oh, no.
Is it stuck?
I think, yeah, it is stuck. Our safety.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So now that the safety is
off,
now I can pull it back.
Yep.
Well, that's a lot easier.
Yeah, yeah. So, and this is kind of the stuff that you have to practice, you know, the manual arms, get used to and everything. Revolvers are a little bit simpler right out the gate, which is why I didn't start Kimmy with a semi-auto, with this one in particular. But now that she's had this much exposure to firearms, I felt like she might be comfortable giving this a go.
All right. And I remember you told me I have to keep my hands away from the little slide stuff.
Yep.
So, does this look about right?
Yep.
Okay.
Now, the trigger won't go because the slide is locked back.
Okay.
So we have to release the slide by pushing the slide release in right there.
Now this trigger has like two parts.
Yes.
So what are these two different things?
So those two parts have to both fully be engaged for it to fire. It's sort of a secondary safety.
Okay. So I can kind of hold it and nothing happens.
Yep.
And then I can pull it back.
Yes.
Okay, got it. And now do I disengage the slide? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Down.
Down? Oh, okay.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, that happened.
Yep. And
then I put the safety back on.
Yep.
Okay.
And why don't you hold it back up and tell us what you think of the sights on this one? Because it's your first time with a pair of fiber optic or a fiber
So-
optic sight in the front.
It's really easy to see, very good contrast. I don't think that will be difficult to aim. We'll see what happens with the different slide action from what I'm used to, if that has an impact.
Yeah, most people tend to do better with semi-autos. Once they get used to that little bit of movement with the slide, the ergonomics and the light trigger pull and the sights tend to help people perform a little bit better with semi-autos. I'll be curious to see if the same happens for Kimmy. But again, it's her first time shooting them, so exactly. All right, so we're going to get everything set up for shooting, and we'll see you guys all in a moment.
Thanks. All right, so loading this one with the wedges, and you have to kind of push a little bit, but there's a nice satisfying like snap to it.
Yeah, once I got used to it, I really like that snap myself.
All right, we're loaded.
So this should be just like the 32 HMR.
Okay.
Shouldn't feel too terribly different.
I don't know why I'm a little nervous about it.
Yeah. It's probably just because you have some new stuff today.
Okay.
Upper left. Right by the orange target.
Oh, okay.
No idea.
I don't think I have a very good shot with this one.
Oh, bottom. Like 6, straight down on the yellow, below 6.
Okay.
Okay, so you have a very tall front sight.
Okay.
Don't line this guy up with it. Go further down.
All right. So yeah, this would point it down. Okay.
There you go.
That helps.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's your first time experiencing a taller front sight like that. I'm not sure on that one.
I don't know. I think it hit the blue tape. I have no idea. Oh wait, no, I see it. It's kind of in the middle. Upper.
Yeah,
Is that 6?
I think so. Why don't you double check real quick? I think that's 6.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
All right, and then to
Yeah,
unload.
eject them.
Uh-oh. I don't think I did the unload very well.
Yeah, this is a problem. And one of the things that people have a concern about sometimes
Okay.
with this style. All right, so when this happens, we have to keep the ejector rod all the way out.
Okay.
One of them fell out on its own. There we go.
Okay, so loading it was very easy. I'm not sure where it went, but unloading was harder.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we can do a scour later, I guess.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal.
Okay.
Let's head on down and take a look, see
Yeah.
what we got. Now, just so you know, this time I had to loosen up my hearing protection because I had it so good. All right. So, 1,
Okay.
2,
I know this one is new.
3, 4, 5.
And down here?
Yeah,
Okay.
6. Maybe?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
I think so.
All right. Well, so this was the one once you told me the trick about the sight.
Right.
But yeah, I was kind of all over the place.
Well, I think these three were like once you figured out the sight.
Okay.
So, but yeah, that's kind of, it was the different sighting system. It's something you have to like practice with. And that's why, you know, whatever gun you're going to carry, you want it to be the one that you're practicing a bunch with.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, let me get fully protected here.
Okay. So we're done with these.
Okay, I am good to go. Yeah. And why don't we start with the 380 ACP out of this one?
Are we
since
done with him?
Yep.
Okay.
And then we'll do the 9.
Okay. So very easy and fast to load. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one doesn't have a hammer.
Oh. Yeah, you can't have your finger on the hammer.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I don't see it.
Okay. Maybe at the very, very bottom.
Maybe. Or maybe it's right. Yeah, no, I don't know. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Oh, real close to the bullseye.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you're in the black ring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not sure.
I think it went over.
What's that?
I think it went on, like, I don't know.
Oh,
something
okay.
crazy.
Okay.
I think right above the bullseye.
Yeah, I'm seeing it hit the backstop, but I just don't know where.
I've got a question. So I'm pulling the trigger really slowly. Should I be doing that, or should I try and just like pull it fast?
Pulling it really slowly might be letting you come in like this. With a double action trigger pull, when you pull it all the way through, people tend to pull their hand to the down and to the left a little bit. So I would say try to just do a faster all the way through. Yeah, that was good. That was right above the bullseye, just outside.
I think that was from my last shot.
No, I would have circled it.
No, from the one right before.
Oh, gotcha. That might be our 5.
Oh, that's right. There are only 5.
Yeah, there's only 5 on that one.
We'll check. Yep, you're right.
Yep. All right.
So now I can take the whole thing out as one. Should we go look?
Yeah, let's go look. Okay, so definitely
Yep, there and there.
there,
And right here.
and right here. Okay.
There's a couple that haven't been circled.
Yeah,
but
those
they
are
might
old
be from
enough
something
though.
else.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, that one.
that one. So that's 4. We're just looking for one more. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe right here, but
Right.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's probably like right here.
Yeah, just above it. All right, I got to get my ears back in, and then you'll do the 9 mil.
Okay.
So of all of it, that'll kick the most today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why does it kick more from here versus this one?
What's that?
Why does this kick more than this?
Oh, this one shoots 380 ACP. This is 9 mil. 9 millimeters more powerful than 380 ACP.
Okay.
So 9 mil is like probably, like we've been discussing, probably closer to like on a scale of 1 to 10 for handgun bullets, probably closer to a 5. 380 ACP, 32 H&R Magnum is more like a 4.
Okay.
So this guy doesn't shoot 9 millimeter, so he will kick less than that.
All right. Okay. You ready?
Oh yeah.
Okay. With this sight, am I lining up the dot to the middle of this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Noon to the bottom right orange target. Straight up from it. Right on the orange line.
Oh. Okay.
Uh, 7 o'clock, just outside the black ring.
Yeah, this one has more kick.
Yeah, yeah. So 9 millimeter is like the standard handgun round. Oh, I think that was,
Oh yeah, I see it.
yeah,
Has it by the other orange line.
yeah, exactly. I'm not sure on that one.
Maybe right above.
We'll have to take a look.
Yeah. All right, I think that's 4. One more?
Yeah, give it a shot. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yep, that's all of them. All right.
Yeah, let's take a look. Okay. Here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
So you did better. That guy was just sort of your flyer there.
Yeah, it's a little better
Yeah.
than the previous.
Yeah. It's not being able to pull that hammer back.
Yeah, that one was, I think, the one that kind of hurt my hand the most.
Sure.
Both the trigger finger, which is kind of weird,
No? Yeah.
and then also right here.
Triggers can cause your finger to, you can get pinched
Okay.
back behind the trigger. The edges on the trigger can be,
Yeah, it was more just like, I think when I would pull the trigger and then it would have a kickback,
yeah.
like it would bump my finger. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm just guessing.
Yeah. Well, we can talk a little bit more about that when we're at
Okay.
the table. Let me get my other ear in here.
Yeah. All right, so now it's this one.
Yeah, just a second still. Okay, I should be good.
Okay.
Yep, so now you put in the magazine. Yep,
There's a click.
yep. You slide,
And
you,
the safety
yep,
is
safety
off.
down. Cock the slide, or rack the slide. Oh,
Uh-oh.
all right, yep. So you pull it back, and then you let go of it like pinball.
Okay.
So I'm going to engage the safety, take out the magazine.
All right.
Safety is back off.
Okay.
It is now ready to shoot.
Try right now. It's ready to shoot.
Right now it is. Nope.
Do it?
Nope. You don't have to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So there's one in.
There
here.
is one in the chamber.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I think maybe it's on the inside of the target.
I think maybe. I know that the first one.
Yeah, the first one's kind of like a little bit.
Yeah, down and to the right.
When the casings eject, they're like, I can see them going over my head.
Oh yeah, it's strange.
That's really weird.
Part of why I like the baseball cap is it prevents them from getting near your safety glasses.
Okay. How many do you want to do before we go check?
Do all 10.
Okay.
And it'll lock open when you're empty.
All right. Oh, it's open.
Yep.
Okay. So that means we're empty.
Yep.
And there's nothing in here. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's a different experience.
Yeah.
Okay, so this time we're looking for 10.
So there's 1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4, 5.
4, 5, 6.
Okay. 7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9.
And then I think maybe, nope, that has a thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure where.
Right here?
No, those 3 were there.
They were there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Maybe that one? No.
No, that one's like
Oh,
behind.
maybe this one.
Oh, yeah, I bet it's that.
I bet it's that one. Okay. So, yeah, we'll talk about all this when we get to the table. But that's not bad.
There's a couple of them that are decent.
Yeah, I mean, well, like, that's not terrible. So,
Okay.
yeah. All right. So we're back now from Kimmy shooting her first semi-auto and her the Pitbull and 380 ACP, the Taurus 905 and 9mm and 380 ACP, and the Ruger Security 380 in 380 ACP. Something I didn't tell you before we got up to the range is that 9mm is the standard police and military handgun caliber now, like worldwide. Like this is what is used. This is what everybody is settled on as like the mid-range of acceptable power and acceptable kick that everybody's expected to be able to use professionally when trained and when going through practice and everything. So 380 ACP is a little bit down from that, and some people consider that to be perfectly fine. I think it's probably perfectly fine. That's a judgment call that I've made for myself, but you know, I expect other people to make their own. That's why we do these. What do you think about I guess let's start with, what did you think about the Charter Arms Pit Bulls loading system for the 380 ACP?
Loading it was really easy, but I definitely struggled to unload it properly.
Yeah.
And didn't know what to do once that happened.
Yeah. So it's convenient because you don't have to mess around with a moon clip for loading it. But in any sort of stressful situation, you're not going to get a quick reload with that. So a lot of people think these are great backup guns. I think that's probably true. I think it's a fantastic range gun. And it is satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah, very the click feels really good, folks. Okay. So the Taurus 905.
Okay. So this one was my least favorite to shoot, mostly because of probably the actual power behind the bullets. It's the only one that like hurt my hand a little bit. I don't know, I guess I'm not police material. I didn't like the 9mm very much.
So, well, there's a lot of things going on there. These are small wood grips. And small wood grips are not the best for any sort of power. This is about 9mm for me is pretty much the end where I'll shoot stuff with wood grips, especially small ones like this. After 9mm, I'm switching to rubber, to Hogues or Packmeyers or whatever, to bigger grips that have more absorption. Yeah. And so I think you pretty much experienced what I experienced with it. So I also got a little bit of bite. Did the 380 ACP really feel any different in it in comparison to this guy, to the Taurus and 380? Because you shot them right next to each other.
I liked shooting him out of this one better.
Okay.
This one, even with the same bullet, like this one, if I'm remembering correctly, it still felt like there was more, I don't know, push against my hand, or I'm not sure how to explain it.
Okay. So that's interesting because last time you shot 38 Special out of a revolver that was very similar to this, with a very similar grip. And 38 Special and 380 ACP have very similar levels of power. So that's interesting. And it literally might be that this grip is slightly different than the last one. It might have slightly more angular edges or something.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, with this one, it was more the trigger that was bothering me, I guess.
Okay.
And I'm not sure why. Maybe because I didn't have... Was the other one hammerless?
No, the other one did have the hammer.
Okay.
And you were able to pull the hammer back and then do a single action shot.
Okay, yeah. So I think that's what maybe the bigger difference for me is that you could use this one and pull the hammer back and have just a very light trigger, versus this one you had to like actually put force into the trigger to make it work.
Okay. Yeah, that's distinctly possible. There are techniques for shooting double action triggers. A lot of times we get tempted to put our whole finger in like this. Sometimes it works better like this. It really, it matters for each person.
Okay.
And how their fingers are, what condition their fingers are in, the length of their fingers in comparison to the grip and all that jazz. But you would find, through practice, you would take time to try to figure out what ergonomics work best for your trigger pull in relationship to how much of your finger is being exposed to the trigger.
Yeah, I found myself actually like holding my breath a little bit and also like pulling the trigger back a little so that I could see the what's this called again?
Cylinder?
The cylinder, thank you. Could see it move and then pulling it the rest of the way. So that's why I was asking, like, is this the right way to do it?
Yeah. So one of the things that double action triggers are, how you train to use them is like quick pulls like that. So it's like it's like, this is a dangerous situation. I need to pull, aim, and pull.
Yeah, that definitely was the opposite of what I was doing. So don't do what I do.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is why we're getting her used to this. This is her first double action only revolver. No, that's not true.
Yeah, that little tiny one.
Yeah.
Was. And I didn't like that one very much either.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just me.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So the Ruger Security 380.
So this one is kind of funny because I was like the most nervous handling this one. I think because I'm thinking it's the automatic one, and stuff can go wrong too easily. But actually using it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that's the thing with them. If you haven't been exposed to a firearm, a semi-auto pistol can feel very complicated and feel like it has a lot that can go wrong with it, and it does, but not. Yeah, it just, I don't want to say it just works, because a lot of times it doesn't just work, but a lot of times it does just work. And so, like, I hadn't shown Kimmy a full proper way to rack the slide, because we didn't do a racking that had an actual bullet leave the magazine and go into the chamber. We had just done some racking with empty magazines. So she wasn't aware, and this is my fault, that see, because this is empty and it locks open, I couldn't show her that with a bullet in the magazine, when you pull back, you just let go. And when you let go of that slide, it will move forward on its own and rack and chamber the bullet. And so the first two that she tried to do, she accidentally held it back too much and didn't let it do its own thing. Didn't let it close under its own power. And so we ended up with two of the bullets ejecting from the firearm. And so, yeah, that's what happened there. I had to rack it for her. So when you have a bullet in there and it's not going to lock open like that, you just pull it back and let go. So
yeah, I think I'd want to practice with a knowledgeable person a lot more before I tried to do this by myself.
Yes, and I don't have any like snap caps for 380 ACP, which are snap caps are bullets that are not loaded. They just have a fake bullet in the brass, and you can use that for practicing. So I don't have any of those in 380 ACP. The snap caps I do have are in revolver calibers, so I wasn't able to show her that. But if you went to like a training situation, they would have snap caps and they'd be able to show you safely how to do all of that.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep. So yeah, I agree. Those are the manual of arms that you need to practice a little bit more with semi-autos than you have to with revolvers.
And then knowing that it was a semi-auto, and kind of the whole point is that you should be able to like do a lot of shots kind of faster.
Yeah.
I tried doing that a little bit, so definitely it wasn't like super fast, but it was a lot faster than I've been shooting the other ones. And it wasn't hard. It was actually okay.
Yeah. And you know, your shots, I could already see the beginnings of a good group. You know, I think if you did another magazine or two, you would shoot that semi-auto handgun very well. So, yeah. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. We're going to, in our next video, we're going to take it to 44 Special and 45 ACP. The 45 ACP might be taking it up a notch in power, might not be. And so this will probably be the last video here where I don't really feel like I have to ask Kimmy, are you sure you want to go up a notch in power? Because I think she'll be fine with 44 Special and 45 ACP. And then after that, I think is when she'll start. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, she doesn't know either until she shoots it. So anyway, thank you guys very much. We had a really good time. We always enjoy being out here on the range for you. And I hope you're having a good time too.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. See you in the next one. Bye.